Hi, my name is Adam, and today I'm going to show you how to set up throttle time on your OpenTX radio. What is throttle time and why would you want it? Well, throttle time is simply an announcement of the value of your throttle channel from a 0 to 100% scale. It's pretty easy to set up. Why would you want it? There's already a provision in OpenTX for knowing where the middle channel value on your throttle or any other stick position is. It's right here under center beep. If we highlight the throttle channel, whenever we get to the middle position, we get a beep and a buzz. Now, why would you want this? The main reason is because when you're out flying, since there is no return feature on the throttle channel, it is easy to become disoriented. Having the center beep allows you to know where your center of throttle is, where you'll be operating the majority of the time anyways. But if you go full throttle and you start backing off, when you get to the beep, you know you're at the middle channel value. So I'm going to show you how to set up a different method for doing the same thing. I'm going to start by creating a new model, but you don't have to. You can add this to any model at any time, no issues. I'm going to go ahead and select all of the defaults, and then our first stop is going to be here on the inputs. We're going to come down and select a new input. And we need to give it a name so we know what it is and we can refer to it later. I'm going to call this one throttle time. Alright, so I've gone ahead and named my input line as THTI and my input line as throttle time. Then we're going to come down and we're going to select the source that this input's going to be reading. And the source that we want is actually the output of our throttle channel. And in my case, it's going to be on channel 1 is going to be my throttle input. We can verify that by seeing here. And the reason we want the channel output, the reason we want the channel output is if there is a curve on the throttle channel, the throttle stick position does not directly correlate to the PWM output that's being sent to the motor. And that's what we actually want to read, is what the actual PWM value is going out to the motor. So after we've set up our curve, or after we've set up our input source, we need to change the weight. We're going to change this to a weight of 50. And an offset of 50. And then we're going to exit out of there and continue scrolling over to logical switches. Here in logical switch, in the logical switches, I want to set up a timer. And we can see logical switch 1 is turning on and off rapidly, which is our time on and time off. So the first thing we're going to set, we do not need to adjust this first one. This is how long the timer is going to be on for. 1 second is perfectly fine. It just needs to be any value lower than the amount of time we want to wait in between each beep or announcement. This is how long between each announcement. And I'd recommend setting this something at like 10 to 15 seconds. You don't necessarily need to know all the time, but if you do, you're more than welcome to lower this. This is just how often it's going to announce. And then the last thing we're going to do is set this to 5 seconds for the demonstration. And then it only goes by half seconds. And then we're going to add a switch, so we can say to turn this on or off whenever we want. So now switch SC in the middle position, and every 5 seconds we'll get a blink. And then next we're going to page over to special functions. We're going to say if logical switch 1 is active, then I want you to play a value, play value. And we're going to select the value of our throttle
0.
time. And now you can hear every 5 seconds
41.
she'll announce
59.
the value of the channel.
85.
And if you find it annoying, you can turn it off. Well, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching.